On Saipan, there's only one shelter. There's also a shelter on Tinian, and they've been asking that we go help with euthanasia. We are just such a small team, it's hard. So our goal is to empower the shelter staff to do the euthanasia themselves, but they would have to go through a euthanasia certification training in order to do so.
It's a humane approach to an increasing stray dog population and crowding shelters, which they describe as a public health issue also impacting the environment and economy. The Saipan Humane Society is working with the legislature to draft and pass the Humane Euthanasia Bill.
Seeing the amount of animal suffering that we see here, especially in the shelter with the dogs that dog control brings off the streets, there really needs to be a way to provide consistent access to humane euthanasia. So that's what this bill is all about. It's modeled after how Guam does it, and also many states where, you can't always rely on a veterinarian to provide euthanasia, so you need to make it accessible to the animal shelters, just to make sure that no animals are suffering.
The Saipan Humane Society says it's not realistic to rehabilitate and rehome all of our sickly animals on island. A report added that overpopulation is the leading cause of animal suffering in the NMI. They say that the annual euthanasia rate of animals entering shelters across the U.S. is around 23%. In the NMI, the euthanasia rate is 70%.
Until we get more widespread access to spay and neuter, really this is just the best we can do. And our organization is working very hard to create more access to spay neuter, but it's very expensive and our team is very small. So while we work towards that goal, the least we can do is to make sure that no animals are suffering, because that's just not humane.
They say the solution is threefold: affordable, consistent spay and neuter services, increased adoptions, and a robust euthanasia program. Thomas Manglona, KUAM News, Saipan.